Do you feel like no matter how much you work, you're still broke? Let me tell you something. You are not alone. Millions of people work super hard every day, yet they don't have much to show for it. They have huge debts, empty bank accounts, and uncertain futures. But here's the twist. It's not because they don't work hard. In fact, they might work harder than someone who is wealthier than them. So what's the secret? What do the rich know that most people don't? Once you understand this, everything will change. It all boils down to this. Your success depends on how well you manage your money. And let me tell you, managing your money poorly is normal. We're taught to trust banks and financial institutions without thinking twice. But here's the shocking truth. 96% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. That means 96% of people fail at managing their own money. It's like walking into a casino and losing all your money. And the sad thing is that most people keep playing the game without learning from their losses. The good news is that you won't lose any money watching this video. So listen up and learn. Let's dive into the numbers. In America alone, the average person has $42,315 worth of debt, excluding their mortgage. That's almost the price of a brand new car. Imagine if someone came along and took almost everything you earned for a whole year. That's what debt does to your money. But wait, it gets worse. In the US, consumer debt hits a record high of $17.1 trillion. That's insane. These numbers aren't just random. They're a wake-up call. People work hard, but they fall into traps that keep them stuck in a cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. It's time to snap out of it and join the 4% who win with their money. Don't worry, you don't have to be born rich to become financially free. The key to breaking the cycle is understanding 3 sneaky traps that most people fall for. Trap number 1, paying the minimum balance. Imagine you're in a race, but instead of running forward, you're moving sideways. That's what happens when you only pay the minimum balance on your credit card. Most people think they're in control of their finances when they pay the monthly minimum. But guess what? You're actually not. Here's why. The credit card companies set the minimum balance really low, like 2 or 3%. At first it seems helpful because you can manage your money without feeling too burdened by credit card payments. But here's the catch. By only paying the minimum balance, you're handing over way too much money to the credit card companies in the form of interest. Here's a simple trick to tackle this problem. Head on. When you get your credit card statement, don't just glance at it and file it away. Instead, take action. Look at the current balance and ask yourself, can I afford to pay more than the minimum balance? If yes, make a plan to pay off the entire balance as quickly as possible. By taking these steps, you'll avoid getting trapped by credit card debt and start building a solid financial foundation. Silent trap no. 2, keeping cash idle. Imagine you have a pile of cash, but instead of letting it sit there collecting dust, you invest it wisely. Over time, your money starts growing steadily, and you end up with more money than you ever imagined. Now let's shift gears to savings accounts. Everyone thinks they're the safest place to store money, but are they? The truth is that savings accounts can be a silent killer of your financial progress. Why? Well, check out these numbers. The average savings account interest rate is a paltry 0.06%. Compare that to inflation, which is around 3% annually. It means that every year your cash erodes by 2.94%. Let's put this into perspective. Say you have $10,000 in a savings account. After 1 year, your $1,000 would have lost $294 in value due to inflation, and after 10 years, your $10,000 would be worth just $7,618. In other words, inflation eats away at your savings faster than a hungry beaver gnawing on a tree. To make things worse, banks love keeping your money idle. They earn interest by lending it out to others, but they don't share the profits with you. Instead, they pay you a measly interest rate that's lower than inflation. It's like putting your money in a freezer and expecting it to grow. Here's a wake-up call. Only 36% of Americans have any emergency savings at all. Many have $0. If something unexpected happens, like a car breakdown or a medical bill, they're back to square one. Now, don't get me wrong, Having some cash on hand is smart. It's like having a safety buffer. But putting all your money in a savings account isn't the smartest move. Here's a better approach. Keep enough cash for emergencies, like 3 to 6 months of living expenses, and invest the rest. Even small amounts invested consistently over time can grow into substantial wealth. And remember, you're not just fighting against inflation. You're also robbing from your future self. By not investing, you're missing out on the chance to create more wealth for your future self. It is like planting a tree that will bear fruit only when you re-old and need it the most. But here's the good news. If you've made it this far, you're already ahead of the curve. Most people are content with just earning more money, but they shouldn't. Earning more is essential to achieve financial freedom. Think about it! If you have a salary of $30,000 a year, increasing it to $40,000 makes a big difference. It means you have an extra $1,000 a month, which can cover your phone bills, insurance, and groceries. It gives you a cushion for unexpected expenses and the ability to save for retirement and other goals. On top of that, having a higher salary boosts your net worth, making you wealthier on paper. Sure, some might argue that earning more isn't everything, but let me tell you, it plays a significant role in your financial health. For instance, a study by Northwestern University found that individuals with higher salaries tend to have better financial security and lower stress levels, compared to those with lower incomes. Another research by the Federal Reserve found that people with higher incomes have a greater ability to save and invest, which can lead to long-term wealth accumulation. Just think about it! If you invest even a portion of your increased salary wisely, you can watch your net worth grow over time. You can buy assets that appreciate in value, such as stocks, bonds, or real estate. And once these investments start paying off, you can enjoy financial freedom and live life on your own terms. So don't settle for your current salary. Keep pushing yourself to learn new skills, take on new challenges, and climb the career ladder. The more you earn, the better positioned you'll be to secure your financial future. Now let's move on to the third silent trap. Silent trap. No. 3. Not making your money work. Have you ever heard the phrase, money doesn't grow on trees? It's a common saying that emphasizes the hard work required to earn money. But what if I told you that money can grow on trees? It might sound like magic, but it's not. It's called passive income. And you can start growing your own financial tree today. Here's the deal. Your active income, like your job, is the trunk of your financial tree. It provides stability and sustenance. But if you want your tree to flourish, you need to focus on passive income. That's where the branches come in. Passive income streams like rental properties, dividend stocks, or royalties from writing a book provide additional sources of revenue that do require constant attention. They're the keys to financial freedom. You see, while most people spend their days trading time for money, successful individuals leverage their time by making their money work for them. They invest in assets that generate income without requiring their direct involvement. For example, imagine buying a rental property. You can receive rental income every month without having to work extra hours. Or consider investing in dividend-paying stocks. By owning shares in a company, you can earn dividends based on the company's profits. It's like receiving a reward for simply holding on to your investment. Now, you might be thinking, how can I make my money grow without risking it all? It's a valid question, but let me assure you, there are ways to make your money work for you without taking unnecessary risks. One option is to invest in index funds. Index funds are like baskets filled with a bunch of different stocks that track the performance of a particular market. For example, an S&P 500 index fund would include a portion of 500 large companies in the United States. By investing in index funds, you can diversify your investments and potentially earn a steady return without having to pick individual stocks. Another option is to invest in real estate. Real estate can be a great way to make passive income through rental properties. You can buy a property and rent it out to tenants, generating income every month. Additionally, real estate values can appreciate over time, providing long-term capital gains. There are also several ways to make money through the internet. With the rise of e-commerce, digital marketing, and social media, there are numerous opportunities to earn passive income online. For example, you can start a blog and monetize it through advertising. Or you can create an online course and sell it to a global audience. You can even sell digital products like ebooks or templates without having to create physical products. Look, making your money work for you is the only way to get ahead in this world. It's like planting a seed that grows into a mighty oak tree. You can enjoy the shade and fruit of your labor for years to come. So if you're ready to break free from the 96% and take control of your financial destiny, it's time to plant your seeds. Start investing today and watch your financial tree flourish.